It's Real Country 96.9 WSIG. JR and Ivy Lee with a special guest on the phone. You're going to be hearing more about this fella as the week progresses. Mark Patrick is on the line, a hypnotist. I don't think I've ever spoken with a hypnotist.
I don't think I have either. I'm kind of scared too. They tend to have like this magical power, and it scares me.
Is that fair?
No, I did not hypnotize you prior to the call, guys, but thanks for coming out.
How do you, well, first, before we get into that, a little about Mark Patrick. How in the world do you get into finding out that you can be someone that hypnotizes people? I mean, where does that come from?
It's kind of crazy. I mean, nobody wakes up and says, I'm going to be a hypnotherapist when they grow up. I highly doubt that was on somebody's agenda. I was 16 years old, and I was the troubled teenager. Always suspended from school, going down the wrong path, hanging out with the wrong people, and I had the worst image of myself going. I used and learned about self-hypnosis and got myself with a healthier image, a healthier outlook, and then I straightened myself out. After that, I realized it was hypnosis. I don't even think I knew it was at the time. I just was familiar with affirmations and visualizations, and then I started kind of teaching people as I was growing up, and then I learned more about hypnotherapy and got certified, and before you know it, we've been doing this now for over 20 years, and it's been an incredible ride.
So it's a mind over matter kind of a deal.
Yeah, everything is controlled by our subconscious. I mean, a habit, believe it or not, is 1,000 times more powerful than conscious willpower, and habits are all instilled in our subconscious mind.
So coming up in Harrisonburg, Thursday, July 14th, it'll be here before you know it. You're going to actually have a session that helps folks who specifically want to lose weight. You're going to have a session after that specifically for people who have wanted to quit smoking and have seemingly tried everything there is under the sun. This is something that works?
Absolutely. Let's talk about hypnosis in general. Most people's perception of hypnosis is stage hypnosis, where you see people barking or clucking or doing crazy, silly things, whether you saw it in person or on TV. We actually go into hypnosis all the time. You and I don't call it hypnosis, but think about it. You drive in your car for a long distance and you zone out and you start daydreaming off. That's highway hypnosis. That's a form of hypnosis. Every night before we go to bed, our brain goes into a conscious state known as an alpha state. Without getting overly technical, that's a hypnotic state. When we wake up in the morning, we're in that same state. So all we do with our program is get people back into this healthy state so they can start working on the habits that they want to correct in the first place, which happens to be losing weight and becoming a healthy, lifelong non-smoker.
If it requires us to have our subconscious in on the deal, does that mean we have to want to do this? I mean, I couldn't take someone who didn't want to lose weight or didn't want to quit smoking to this and actually have it work, could I?
Well, if you want to know the little secret, the secret is you want to live a healthier lifestyle. I think everybody who comes to our program is a little bit unsure or maybe even a little bit skeptical about hypnosis. And actually, that's not a bad thing. What I've found is the analytical personality is actually some of our best testimonials. That's usually a teacher, an engineer, or somebody in law enforcement. They tend to have a higher internal skeptic. They're actually some of the best case studies and the best clients that we have. We show them how to get a good hypnosis session. So coming in with just a little bit of attitude of you want to live a healthier lifestyle, you're sick of dieting, you're sick of cigarettes getting the best of you, and if you come in with that mentality, we're going to take care of the rest of this.
So walk us through. We show up 5:30 for the weight loss seminar on July 14th at the Ramada Inn in Harrisonburg. What happens? What's the kind of the outline of that evening?
Well, we're going to go through exactly how the subconscious mind works. And to cut that in a nutshell, what we do with our weight loss seminar is this. Everybody's been on diets. Everybody knows what they should do to lose weight. When you peel all away the conscious layers, we have an image of ourselves or a snapshot. That image has been shaped for us our entire lifetime. So it's shaped, and then what happens is we have self-talk. And if we start going out there, going on the diet, and we have a self-talk that says this, I hate exercise, I'm not motivated, I'm a couch potato, I love junk food, carboholic, sugar addict. Here's what happens. We go on a diet. The diet actually takes us out of the comfort zone or the image of ourselves, and we slam on the brakes and we start gaining all the weight back. So what we do is we work on the image. The image of a healthier person will attract a healthier habit. Example, you go to a buffet after our seminar, And normally a buffet is overeating unhealthy foods. All of a sudden now, your subconscious mind makes you aware of only the healthier options. And then after eating just a few bites, you fill up. You compound that out over a week, a month, 3 months, 6 months. You're taking in much less calories. You're filling up quicker. You're more satisfied. You're not on a diet. You're living a healthier lifestyle and image. And that grows stronger with every day that passes.
The stop smoking session, this is kind of the same thing, just with smoking instead?
Well, smoker, if you're listening to this program right now and you're evaluating whether to come or not, you and I both know one thing. You get pleasure from smoking, even though you know it's killing you. We're not going to use any negativity in our seminars about how bad smoking is. You already know that. We know that together. All we're going to do is focus on two things under hypnosis is this. We're going to work on, under hypnosis, taking a technique called aversion therapies and breaking all those connections that a smoker smokes throughout their day, a cup of coffee in the morning, the break at work, walking out of a building, being around other smokers, finishing a meal, putting them back into those scenes as a healthy non-smoker so they could be in control. And the second thing is this, we're going to work on the image from that of a smoker to that of a non-smoker. If you think about non-smokers, they don't have to use willpower. They're able to be around other smokers, tolerate the smoking. They're able to have a meal, have a cocktail, if that's what they choose to do, and they don't think about smoking whatsoever. That's what we're going to do under hypnosis for everybody who is a smoker.
So you're not going to hypnotize them to think that it smells like a skunk whenever they light it up, right?
Well, we do use aversion therapy for the tough cases. Typically about 25 to 35% of my clients are really tough cases. It's usually a little bit different form of aversion therapy, but very effective. And then we just focus on the positive imagery, associating massive pleasure towards that image of them becoming and remaining a non-smoker under hypnosis.
You talk about the skepticism and how a level of that is a healthy thing to go into this with. I understand that there's a 100% guarantee associated with this as well. You're standing behind what you're doing.
We've been doing this for 20 years. We have a science that we know what it takes to help somebody get across the finish line in this thing. And all we ask is this. If you're going to come to our program, come in with the attitude that you want to live a healthier lifestyle. The benefits are so beyond the money savings for smoking, because when you stop smoking, just as an example, as a smoker, not only will you live a healthier lifestyle, but you will transfer this over to your children, your grandchildren, all those who are rooting for you right now to become a non-smoker. That goes well beyond the whatever you spend per pack per cigarette right now.
So,
go ahead.
So tell us where we can get either more information or sign up for the seminar that's coming to Harrisonburg.
Well, you can go to our website. It's Mark Patrick Seminars, markpatrickseminars.com, and you could pre-register right online, or you could just show up at the hotel 30 minutes prior to the session that you're attending. So if you're attending the weight loss session, come there at 5. If you're attending the stop smoking session, you want to get there at 7:30 as that has an 8 o'clock start time.
Mark, we appreciate you taking the time to visit with us about it and look forward to welcoming you to Harrisonburg July 14th.
Thanks for having me on, guys.